I texted you this morning. I said, "Wise man, what is Wrestlemania?" Following it up with, "It's the hardest weekend of the year, my tribal chief." It is.
That was good. I'm glad you finally decided to pull that giant stick out of your butt and have some fun for once in your life. You're uneducated marks. You sit there on your phones, tweeting out your opinions like they're worth a damn. Let me explain something to you people. You don't know shit. And I'd like to think that maybe this company will be better after Vince McMahon's death.
Welcome to season 4. We're official. Have a couple new things going on. One specifically I'm about to get to in a minute, but also huge thing. Throw the confetti up. This is our 100th episode.
Give me a hell.
Our 100th episode of the main show, not including like through the tables and stuff. We've done all the bonus content, but of the main show, it's the 100th episode, and that's a pretty big deal.
Oh yeah.
Let's go. Yeah.
I'm pretty proud of that. I'm pretty proud of that.
We should all be proud of that.
Oh yeah. Milestone.
Drink it in, man.
Who would have thought something that me and Dylan came up with in his living room would have ended up being a global sensation. A global sensation by my book.
Okay.
Well, shit, I'm thankful then, bro. I'd say I'm grateful to be a part of this journey. Exactly, man.
I think adding y'all was a huge come up for us. I think that made the show, that made it official.
Oh shit, yeah, man.
We added some new people.
Oh man, that was just the real man. Really just like of what we are right now.
Not only do we add new people, but this season we're adding new things, and I'm about to get into that now. One of the new games we're introducing this season, we're going to play a little quick round of to get this episode jumping off. And this is, none of you guys actually know about this yet. I was going to do like a production meeting and talk about this, but I said, let's do it live on air. So This is a game we're going to start playing. This is a game we're going to start playing this season called Card Subject to Change. Let me explain the rules to you real quick. I'm going to list an event and 4 matches that are on the card, but one of the 4 matches will not be an actual match that took place. It'll be you guys' job to tell me which match out of the 4 didn't take place. I'll give each one of you individually a card. And since it's WrestleMania season, I figured why not bust out a couple WrestleManias. I got a cough drop in my mouth and a Terry Funk hat on because I'm ready to play a game with y'all.
Are you ready?
Let's go. We need some game show music. Da, 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 da,
Now, the way I dictated who's going to go first is seniority. Since Dylan's been here the longest, he's going to go first. Did he say damn it?
This is something else. You know, you're something else, buddy. You're something else with this. Putting me on the spot in front of the fans and everyone out here. Okay.
It's all about the game and how you play it. Let's give Jeff WrestleMania 19.
Okay.
This one should be fun. All right.
WrestleMania 19?
19.
That's 03.
19.
That's 2003, dog. Oh, shit. But then again, I don't remember Hulk Hogan and Vince McMahon going at it, unless this was like when he did the whole American, with the mask. Mr. America. Yeah, I never saw that stuff.
That was a whole other thing.
Oh, that was a whole different thing.
I didn't expect to get that reference here.
Oh, I'm surprised. I knew that. Know about that part. There's certain things. Mike, I swear to God, if you don't stop knowing shit, you don't get extra points.
No bonus. I have to admit, I'm a trickster when it comes to making this game up. I look at it and I'm like, what looks like it would make sense? And then what on the card that actually happened looks like it doesn't make sense. Like Sami Zayn versus Daniel Bryan, Bob Backlund, Razor Ramon. These are matches that look like they didn't happen, but they happened.
Yeah. I just never thought in my
what? Like, that really happened? Like, what? Huh?
Yo, you're such a trickster, bro.
Oh, you are
So much.
what a trickster.
Triple dust.
Knew you were trying to trick me, bro. I knew
Mm.
you were trying to trick me.
I always am.
I didn't say anything this time. I did not say none.
This is how I describe Road to WrestleMania season to my therapist. It's a hurricane. It's a hurricane. It's a massive hurricane, and then I just sit in the eye of the storm, right in the middle, just watching it all go around. I'm like, all right, all right. And sometimes I like get knocked into the storm a little bit. I get thrown in. I'm like, whoa, this is crazy.
I don't want to get stuck on here too much, and it's great if you need therapy, guys. Please seek it out. But
Amen.
I'm not trying to make a joke of it, but it's just really funny to like the idea of having to explain WrestleMania season to the therapist.
Luckily, I have a great therapist that doesn't mind at all, and I get to talk about my job as much as I want because it's stressful, and the most stressful is Road to WrestleMania season. Joined today by what I consider to be one of Texas independent wrestling's biggest gems, no pun intended. I'm here with second-generation wrestler, talented son of Bobby Too Bad, Brick Savage, and thanks for taking the time to sit down and talk with me today.
Yeah, man, I appreciate you having me. Thank you. 12 weeks of rehab stuff, and that had been weighing on my mind. Like, okay, what am I going to do? I think I'm just going to not do anything else physical. Just going to, retire on my porch and watch the sunset rise in a grateful universe. I'd done enough, right? That was cool. Mm-hmm. And one of my clients that I trained for powerlifting and weight training and stuff had just asked, like, hey, why don't you just get back into pro wrestling again? I was like, I don't know if I want to do that. At the time, I went to a powerlifting meet in December 2021 to help out a friend to help coach him. We'd just been shooting shit about wrestling stuff for like 6-7 hours during this meet, just bullshitting. I was coming up with gimmicks. We were having a good old time laughing and shit. After the meet was over, I talked to one of my representatives and stuff. They were like, yeah, we're not going to renew your contract for your sponsorship. And I was like, cool. I was like, all right, guess that's it. Guess I'm done. Me, Damo, and my friend Rana, we were just talking. I looked, I was like, hey, man, you think I can come up to one of those training days for wrestling and, just to, just want to see. So, like, yeah. So, and I live in Austin. So I drove up to Fort Worth to do one of these training days and shit on a Wednesday, just randomly on a Wednesday, a couple weeks later. Spent maybe about 3 hours or so knocking off ring rust and stuff. It was a struggle. Mm-hmm. Trying to remember shit like I used to and just do the basic stuff. And I was just like having a good time. After that 3 hours and stuff, it was really starting to click and like I had a great time. So I drove the 3 hours back to Austin and no music at all. Just contemplating
the best drives.
What I just was, feeling and experiencing. And when I got home, I dug in my closet and found an old black singlet, just all plain black singlet, threw on some boots, cropped a denim vest, put some wrist tape on, and took a few promo pictures.
Yeah.
Right, took a few promo pictures. And I had saved them, went to another training deal, right? And I think this one, there was like some ice storm that was happening. So this was like January 2022, right? Some ice storm thing was happening. And somewhere between January and February. So ice storm thing was happening. And I did the same deal again. I was really clicking with the training and stuff, and it was feeling really good. And I did another 3 hours back with just the thinking. And when I got back, I cut a little vignette, right? So I put my dad's old entrance music over the top of it, cut it up, put it on my close friend's story, just to get some feelers out of just like what this might be. So when I did that second drive back, I was like, I think I'm gonna do this. I think I'm gonna give this a shot because I had felt so good about it, like being re-energized about being back into something that I could do. Because I had my powerlifting deal cut short. The injury, and like, man, it felt really good. Cut that vignette and was like, yeah, I think I'm gonna do this. And man, I had my first match March 2022, and it just took off from there. right? So like that match wasn't like some fantastic ordeal. It was like 4 minutes with Damon at IHWE at the Ridgely Theater.
Mm-hmm.
Place was packed, had a cool little reception and stuff. Nobody really knew who I was. I came in as like, the strongest pro wrestler, power gimmick thing. And I had a blast. That first match thing, it really just kind of ignited my deal. Like, um, I got another booking the week after, and then it kind of really just started taking off and started having like one booking at least every
Yeah,
week for the
snowball.
rest of the year. And every time I'd have a blast. I have somebody record the match, cut up some content, and I just started cooking with stuff. And it just like, it's like it just snowballed and just started having more fun and more fun and more fun. So that's pretty much how that started. Like I've been, taking off ever since.
Yeah, the amount of time you've been doing this, you've been touted online as somebody who has potential to do big things in this business. And that said, like, what are your personal goals in this industry, and how far are you trying to take it? Is like AEW an end goal, WWE an end goal, or do you want to stay independent?
My end goal is to do a lot of work in Japan.
Oh,
So I know like everybody's kind of like, oh, WDB's the goal and all that stuff. Like that's not my goal. I'm a little old for their watch look, right? To get in their deal. Which there's older guys there, and I probably could, which wouldn't be a big deal. But it's for me that the way I wrestle, the way I perform and stuff like that is for an audience in Japan. Like that's how Japan wrestling is my favorite to
yeah.
watch. And so when I work, my deal is basically, to do that kind of style of wrestling in my own way that is modeled for working in Japan. So, somewhere with like Noah or, New Japan and stuff like that. That's kind of my goal to get over there and cook over there. So if some company over here picks me up, great, but that's not my main focus. My main focus is to get to Japan.
I'm telling you, I've watched New Japan since early 2000s, and I have to say, you would be awesome in New Japan. As a fan of this, that's a wet dream right there.
Yeah, and some people don't get that ordeal. Like, oh yeah, they'll make those little jokes about you'll never get to there. I'm like, I'm not. The way I wrestle, I know it looks dangerous. It looks crazy. I don't want to wrestle in America. I want to wrestle in Japan. So like some people don't get that deal. They're like, they want that soft shit. I'm like, that's not for me.
Yeah,
That's not
and doesn't do soft.
That's not how it works.
Because I remember seeing on YouTube there was like a match in Japan where it involves with like piranhas.
What?
Okay. What? Damn.
Yeah, I'm not joking. There is like a typical like a Japan match. So I might have to look it up and see.
Yeah, look it up. I need to know.
Oh, you didn't
Yeah,
know?
because I was like, oh no, this is like kind of disturbing. It was kind of disturbing because like somebody was like getting thrown into like the fish bowl, like there's like piranhas.
I'm looking it up right now. I'm like, what the
Yeah.
piranha? I don't even know how to spell piranha. I'm so dumb.
PIR.
I got it.
Oh yeah. Yeah, BJW. Yeah, there's BJW. It was Masuhiro Masunaga versus Kendo Nakatani.
I see it. I'm gonna mute this so it doesn't play in the
Piranha death match.
heavens am I looking at?
Ruthless.
Oh my god.
Oh no, don't dip that man in piranhas. Oh, I can't show this on here because
No man, save it for like, you know what? Just save it for like your the blunts and bumps.
well, yeah, this is definitely one of those. Holy shit, that man is in a tank of piranhas. What have I witnessed?
Aggression.
I was like, bro, that's like, yo, this shit is crazy. But the first time I saw it, I was like, yo, are y'all serious? Like, y'all getting eaten by these piranhas.
I'm not adding that one to the. I'm not adding that one. I don't want to see any of my favorite wrestlers go through that. Not even Murder Grandpa's going through that one.
Come on, Grandpa. Grandpa.
You gotta root for your grandpa. You literally have to root for your grandpa.
We open up the Royal Rumble this year with Stephanie McMahon coming out to thank us all and welcome us. We didn't need thanking, but thank you for thanking us.
I know that was just like, hey, look, let's just skip this and just go with the match. Like, why are you thanking us? I don't.
It's standard WWE fare. It's all pomp and circumstance.
She's the least problematic one to come out and open up the show.
Least problem.
We can't get mad. We can't get mad.
Damn.
All right.
Welcome to the Queendom.
Speaking of the Queendom, we're opening up with a women's Royal Rumble. All right, official. It's on. We're going. This is the first recording we're doing of season 4, but not our first episode. We're just doing the first day of my cooking because we're doing a Wrestlemania tournament this season. Road to Wrestlemania tournament, all 4 of us. But I got wild cards, and that's what we're doing here. Mike, you're facing a wild card over here. Allie, they've seen her before. Introduce yourself. Do the thing.
It's me. It's your girl.
Acknowledge me.
Come here, Ide.
What?
Ugh. Never mind.
Acknowledge me.
She wants to be part of it. We should have like a cat counter. How many cats have interrupted Wrestling in the Middle episodes? Because Jeff's cat did it once. Me and Jeff were doing the Wrestle Dream episode, and his cat got a cat cameo.
We're up to 3 for odd right now.
Mako has invaded the show more times than I can count. It's just
But this bitch is getting on my
mascot Mako. That's what we call her.
It's not often I get to drag you out to a live show.
No, it's hard. It's hard to get, I have a schedule, you have things.
For whatever reason, the one time I got the whole Wrestling in the Middle staff together was at an MLW show because I was able to get that many tickets to the MLW show. I was like, hey, let's do it. And you were down, Jeff was down, Mike was down. Now, they're not here to go over it. I'm sure they would love to, but because you hardly ever get to go to shows, I was like, yeah, no, Dylan needs to go over this one.
I have to be on this one, yeah.
Plus, we interviewed one of the guys in here, so that always is like a big flex to me. It's like, oh yeah, just casually interviewed one of the guys that we're about to be watching.
I was so upset. So the little preface or a little before shows thing. We actually went and talked to Dijak again, right?
Yeah.
But I didn't say anything. Because I didn't feel. Everyone else had gotten the premium packages and all that.
Yeah.
I was I didn't feel if I would have took his time, that would have taken away from the people who actually paid to.
Right, and the meet and greet was insane. The way that it was you need to pay. You got to pay a lot of money to meet the wrestler you want to talk to. And I was like, for Paul London, I'll do anything. I don't have to meet anyone else. With Dijak, a little disclose here, we didn't pay anything. Just went up and talked to him because, again, interviewed the guy. Kind of can do that.
He's a great guy, too, yeah.
He didn't remember us right off the bat. I remember I went up to him, I was like, I don't know if you remember us, Wrestling in the Middle. We did an interview on the 4th of July, and it took him a second. He's like, oh, 4th of July, that was a busy day. And then I reminded him, I was like, oh, yeah. I was like, you were the best interview we did. And I would like to say that still stands. It probably is one of the best interviews we've done, but if you haven't seen the Brick Savage interview, go check that out. That was a great guy. I did not expect to have such a good interview. I expected it to be good, but not as good as it is. So I'm like, kudos to me and Brick Savage.
Hell yeah.
Who showed up on Collision the week of.
Yeah, those crazy happenstance.
I asked him in the interview, AEW, WWE, that an end goal? He's like, nope, AEW doesn't like me. WWE, not really interested. I want to go to Japan. It's like, sick, dude, sick.
Like you said, it was a local thing. You just happened to be in town. They were.
Yeah.
So it was just probably a one-off, honestly.
Hey, well, I love Brick.
The one other big name that's on my list for sure is Jeff Cobb. That I've had that request for tons of people. He's one of the ones that's on my list. So I don't know. Maybe that might happen this year. We'll know. Who knows?
That's a shut up and take my money now.
That might be the one, man. Just waiting my time here, just trying to see and get the feelers out because everybody wants to wrestle Jeff Cobb. He's a crazy strong dude. So people want to see that type of that carnage that happens between me and him. So he's definitely one that's on my list for sure.
Who's the other one? Jericho
versus Edge. Now I feel like that had to happen for sure. That you'd be stupid not to have that.
You just made the list.
Damn.
A lot of times.
I'm gonna say Hulk Hogan and Vince McMahon.
Wrong. It was actually Jericho versus Edge. Jericho faced Shawn Michaels.
Yeah.
First. Someone finally got him.
God, that's like a what? Like a god card in your Yu-Gi-Oh deck.
Yeah, literally, you just got Exodia. Like, how do you
Right off the rip.
beat the best dot machine?
Yes!
Bro,
Oh my god.
bro. Takeshita too.
Oh my god, my baby girl.
She opened up the booster pack and got all the rare cards in one booster pack.
Bro, this got loot box that she's been wanting.
Get set up.
Oh, he brought that. Man, this man's about to be on his cowboy shit right now.
Right.
I had to pull out the JBL signed white cowboy hat. You know, that's always like the big flex. I figured, hey, why not? It's the Texas Wrestlemania episode.
Give me a hell yeah.
Let's get it.
Street Fighter was the first one get eliminated in the Rumble.
It was either going to be her or Ivy. Those are the two throwaways. I had to put it like that.
Not the throwaways.
Like, bro,
They had no shot, so they were there. Elimination.
I get what he's saying. I get what he's saying. Like the least tier level. I mean, B-Fab is like the least tier level to get out of there.
You just made the list.
I mean, true.
More about
Overtime Ortiz clocking in after midnight. I think it's 12:30 now.
Can't stop me, bro. I live by the name.
I found this on the web.
Oh my gosh, even Siri's up. Siri thought we were talking to her. After that Money in the Bank match, Kid Rock performed a live medley of songs. Had a whole Kid Rock concert real quick.
What the?
And during the last song, all the female competitors of WWE came out to do the 25 Woman Diva Battle Royal to crown Miss WrestleMania, which featured all the great women of wrestling at that time, and also Santino Marella posing as his sister Santina Marella, and that's who would go on to win it.
What in the blue boogaloo?
I'm showing.
That was a dark time in the women's division, was it?
She was part of Hit Row. When
No.
Swerve was still in WWE. No, Swerve, B-Fab,
Yeah,
AJ.
that's a hit no for me. That's a hit no for me.
You said
Ruthless.
Josh, continue, bro. We're gonna go off. Go. He's gonna go off. Keep going. Keep going.
Okada's entrance was awesome, but one thing I need to point out was the sign a kid near the entrance ramp had that said, "Okada eats Kit Kats sideways." I feel like I didn't even see
that sign. Hilarious.
Okada eats Kit Kat sideways, and I don't really know what that means or what that's supposed to make me assume, but I thought that was hilarious.
I'm assuming it's the eating corn the long ways, but it's Kit Kats now.
Yeah, and see that it doesn't make as much sense though. It could make you ponder for a minute. Of course, ladders had to take place in the ring as well. But
Yeah.
they brought a ladder, and then they should have just made it a ladder match with like somebody's house title being up there. Like Jeff wins, you get a new house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What would happen if you lose? What's the stipulation?
You're homeless? I don't know. You're going back to dad's.
You already
You're going
lost
back to pops.
What's the
You gotta lose something more.
Like, damn.
Losers got to move back to dad's basement.
Loser moves back in with dad.
Their dad's in there and is like trying to, get some, cramping my style, son.
The singles match for the IC title was next. Rey Mysterio, JBL. He signed this hat, so we're rooting for him now.
Oh my god.
Damn, wow.
Number 30 is Nikki Bella of all people, and I honestly was disappointed. I sent out a tweet. I said we wanted AJ Lee, and they gave us Nikki Bella.
First off, y'all scared AJ Lee. Y'all scared her away. People on the internet, y'all need to chill out.
Jamie popped so hard when she saw her. So I was happy for my wife on that one.
Like, yeah, I could get it. And then likewise, if you know what we were expecting instead, you would be like, the pop wouldn't be there because like, damn, we could have had a 10, but we got a 7.
She Josh out here not holding no punches, I swear.
So Ludwig Kaiser, this dude came out walking back with his big back dimples.
Not those back dimples. Why you gotta do the man like that?
This man, like, why would you just gotta come out? Why would you just gotta come out like that? And just
Got back dimples. You
like back dimples. Like ain't no need to show off that shit. But and you get eliminated real quick. You almost broke Santino's record.
Yeah. Does that sound pretty like solid?
Sounds fantastic. You remind me of young Steve Harvey. Let me clear my throat. Let me clear my throat.
Thank you. What do we want to talk about?
You want to know what my first tweet was? It's about Michael Cole, as usual. It's always about Michael Cole, the first tweet. I know his job is to sell everything as this is the best and coolest ever, but Michael Cole saying this is the most star-studded Elimination Chamber of all time is absolutely ridiculous. There's some with The Undertaker, Triple H, AJ Styles. There's a lot of star-studded ones.
Yeah, no, you're right.
There's some star-studded Elimination Chamber. I've seen all 34 of them or 36 of them, however many there are.
God.
Yeah, and I would say this one was probably like star-studded level, maybe number 27. When the Scorn were here, we talked about creative merch, and I want to talk to you on this subject and ask about a rumor I've heard that nobody can confirm, but for some reason we just hear around. Have you ever sold physical bricks at your merch table?
I do, and I have, yeah.
I knew it. I knew it was true.
Yeah. So I got so one of the promoters at Keenan at My War Pro that I've been telling them about me. I was looking for these bricks things, like some, the ordeal. I told them what I wanted. And I kept trying to find, they were just like Lego style bricks. They were like really kind of foam bricks that were too squishy. They were just like desk things. That this weren't what I was looking for. Or they wanted me to order like 1,000 something at a time. Like, I didn't want to do that. So he found some manufacturer that had these really kind of stiff foam bricks. And he was, hey, man, I got a surprise for you. Showed up and he had this box full of bricks. I was like, thank you. That's exactly what I was looking for. So I think I sold like 25 of those things, like the first 2 nights I had them. It was like a Friday and Saturday. And they were all gone for the most part pretty fast.
I love it. I love the ingenuity behind just creative merch.
Yeah.
Everybody has a T-shirt. Everybody has a T-shirt.
I know the bricks are cool as shit, man. Because you can use them for anything. You can throw them at people if you want to, and it's fairly safe. But you can set them on your desk, right? I'll sign them. They're a cool little deal because like it's like a brick, man.
The fact that he's the only TNA person in the Rumble.
That whole crowd.
They weren't going to put Nick Namath in.
Nick.
They're like, what, you want Dolph Ziggler back?
They didn't mention him, though. They did mention him.
Going back to this, what's crazy about, again, it has like a 4-paragraph breakdown of how much shit happens in this match. Even all that said, what's crazy to me to this day is this match does not have a 5-star rating by anybody's count. Like anybody who had a reputable source to, rate something at this time, nobody gave it 5 stars. And yet, again, it said
to be one of the best WrestleMania matches of all time.
That's bullshit.
That's kind of crazy hearing that.
That's really bullshit. That's like five. That's a 5-star banger all day.
Who else? Wheels.
Wheeler Yuta?
Yep.
I would have laughed if Q got him, bro. I would have laughed so hard.
Number one Wheeler hater.
A Melvin. Got a Melvin? He's a Melvin, bro. You gotta let him cook, bro.
Q hates him so much you would put him on the ring crew.
Damn. He's like, we don't need your talents, actually. You can help us out.
Yuta, that Melvin, that's a waste of a pick. I ain't gonna lie.
I knew you were gonna say something.
Okay. I want to point out a comment that was made on the semifinals for Dylan's Armageddon Hell in a Cell. It's one of the funniest comments we've ever had on our videos. Fan literally commented and said, "How to ruin Armageddon Hell in a Cell? Put Wheeler Yuta in the match."
Damn.
Like, hey, plot twist, by the way, we're doing a TV taping and the pay-per-view doesn't start till 9 o'clock.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was part of storyline going on with Alex Kane, from what I understand. We didn't know. Or we were just like, yo, why are there people yelling? At least that's what I thought. I said, why are people yelling right now? Also, I wanted to note that I changed my name on Twitter after months and months because Nyla Rose stole my gimmick. Yeah, I can't make this shit up. Nyla Rose stole my gimmick, and I wasn't even like completely mad by it. It was more so like a, damn, so this is really what we're doing out here? Okay. Yeah. What's up with that? The whole gimmick and everything. I was like, all right, I changed it to that guy from Wrestling in the Middle because why not, right? I am that guy.
You are that guy, yeah. I mean, no, I can't use that now.
Here's a funny story. There was a brief one-day period where I changed it to something else in between because I couldn't make up my mind. So I changed it the first time to the 6th member of the Death Riders and just posted a picture of the Death Riders. And then that day, they all got taken out, and I said, I don't want to be next. So I changed it. That guy from Wrestling in the Middle.
That's fair, man. That's fair.
You just made the list.
They're not doing Penta wrong. Penta looks great still. Is it Penta from Lucha Underground? No, but that's because Penta from Lucha Underground was years ago, and you had to be there to live it, to love it. This is WWE Penta, and you'll accept it the way it is.
Drink it in.
Accept it, Jeffrey.
Remember that? Accept it. Remember the good old days when Penta was an AEW?
Oh my gosh! All right,
That's the main. I want to give back to the business in a way that leaves it better than I found it. So that's always a quote you'll hear a lot from great wrestlers is to leave the business better than you found it. So I think I've been doing that, and I do it quietly.
So for me, I was there. I wanted to meet Paul London, somebody I've looked up to as a kid, and then Kenta. So I go up to the merch table. I'm like, let me get a pass or how much is a pass for Paul London, Paul Walter Hauser, and Kenta? And he told me all the prices. I was like, on a budget here. I can't afford to see Kenta too. I really, really want to meet Paul London. So I made a choice. Scroll to the next one. It's my friend Paul Walterhauser, who actually remembered me to my surprise. I did not expect that. Yeah. And then Paul London, who I have to admit, not only it was like a huge moment for me, and I was like marking out, fanboying. He was so cool about it.
I got this shirt this past week, and I wanted to bust it out just for this episode. What's cool about this is a 1 of 50. They only made 50 of these shirts in this color, and I love green. But what's cooler about mine's a botch. The logo isn't printed on there correctly, so I got a 1 of 1 on me right now.
Oh, legendary status. Look at you.
1 of 1 Kenny Omega shirt. I wanted to debut it on the Revolution episode.
This isn't fair, but I am factoring this in. I've done like 1,000 to 2,000 leg drops in my life. I've probably done 2,500 to 3,000 swantons in my life.
Oh yeah,
so
I did swantons for life. Even pool. I did it in the pool a lot too. That shit hurt my back though.
Yeah, that's the number one spot. But I mean, I still do it when I go to bed at night. So
I still hit the swan times and go to bed.
every time I'm getting ready for bed, I just give one good. I don't. Which was worse, Triple H and Randy Orton building up to WrestleMania 25, or Matt Hardy and Jeff Hardy? I think Matt and Jeff probably took the cake on the build up to WrestleMania 25. A man's home was burned down.
Homes burned out. His dog died.
Yeah.
Like I think that one was kind of messed up.
Oh, your home got broken into. Mine got burned down with my dog inside.
Yeah, you definitely won that one. I would definitely put it that way. Yeah.
And then he did the whole thing at the end of the show.
Acknowledge me.
Whatever do you mean by the
Somebody get this weird espresso coffee and drink away from me. It's making my stomach hurt already. We're barely 10 minutes in the show and I got a terrible stomach ache. Luckily, Lucha Libre can fix that.
Yeah, unless you land on your stomach, then there's that.
I'll shit my pants for Lucha Libre. If it's Mucha Lucha related, I'm staying.
Mucha Lucha, let's go.
Look at this Batman-esque right here.
Oh.
Dressed like Batman, moves like Robin. That's Batman Beyond right there.
It's funny, his name's Neon, right? But he doesn't look very neon.
No, he doesn't.
So good.
He literally looks like a Batman Beyond character, or two Batman Beyond characters put together.
Yeah.
And I love Batman Beyond, so this is not a complaint that I'm making. Actual pay-per-view, which was actually not that bad. What do you want?
Was not.
On that note, though, in this episode, there's only one star that matters, and it's the Lone Star. And we're moving WrestleMania from 25 to 32, from Houston to Arlington, Texas.
Wasn't there another match on WrestleMania 25? Like, John Cena was in that card.
Yeah, how did we miss John Cena then?
It was John Cena versus Edge versus Big Show for the World Heavyweight title. Right?
That's right. I do remember that. And when I went down this list, it went from the Hall of Fame to the main event. Let's go. I'll pull it back up for you.
That's pretty impressive. Mike out here with the fact checking. He was like, wait a minute. We're not just going to breeze through that.
Wait a minute.
I saw his finger go up, and I was like, damn, he got his finger up. I know he's got something good.
I was like, hold on. Wait a minute.
Match. Mysterio, JBL, Michaels, Undertaker. And then, there it is. It was after Michaels and Undertaker before the Hall of Fame. But the Michaels and Undertaker paragraph was so long, I didn't even see it. It was all just words at that point.
That's how good it was. It's like,
So the Undertaker Shawn Michaels match was 3 paragraphs long, and then the other paragraph, the 4th one, is for this World Heavyweight title triple threat between Edge, Big Show, and John Cena.
In leading up to this interview, I remember talking with the other guys on this show. I was talking with them about setting it up, and you called me Haas, and I was like, "How is this big 300-pound man calling me Haas?" But like, that's who you are. That's just who you are.
Hey man, it's one of those old like bodybuilder powerlifting things that when you talk to somebody, people feel good when you give them good compliments, right? So like, yeah, that's just one of those things that's always stuck with me. When you talk to people, so I always call everybody Haas.
Go with your gut, not with your butt. That's what I always say.
Give me.
Okay, go off. go off.
Love the fake out there, like, yeah, you're not getting it. Now you're getting it.
Hey, we don't use the word fake in wrestling. I'm so funny. It's like I'm not even using it in the bad way.
That's what I was like, it's...
You just made the list!
That's what it's called. I don't know what you... Misdirect, I guess?
It's Tiffy time!
I don't think anybody was surprised to see Tiffy and Trishy get the W.
It was like, I'm going to sit there and I'm going to injure you, and then I know your family, and I'm gonna sit there and they're not gonna have you. They're gonna need help, and I'm not gonna help them.
Mm-hmm.
Like, So many times heels are always like, "Oh, I'll help your family," wink, wink. Or I'll help your wife, wink, wink. But Kevin's just like, "No, I don't give a."
Sammy took it to the level of even saying like, I feel nervous that your kids won't forgive me for what I'm going to do to you. And I'm like, damn.
Yeah, so
And
good.
Kevin Owens' oldest son is bigger than both of them.
So,
damn.
He's like 6'4", 6'5".
Yeah. Yeah,
you don't want the smoke with that one. With Owen.
After the match, the Usos performed Samoan splashes through tables onto the Dudley Boys, or through the door. How I feel like that's not written correctly. Through the Dudley Boys through the tables.
Through the Dudley Boys through the tables.
Yeah, on the Dudley Boys through the tables would probably be the best. But no, they said through the tables on the Dudley Boys, and that would be implying that they went through the tables first. That's not how that went. That's not how it can go.
it's still real to me, damn it.
Last but not least, so let's cross them off. The ones we use: boom, 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 boom. And this is gonna be. Yo, I didn't even think about that.
Paul Walterhauser, man, is just. I have nothing but good things to say about him. Genuinely nice. Cares about the business.
Yeah, he seems like he really does care about the business. I love the. I think there were some.
Let's go, Paul. Who we cheering for?
I said that throughout the whole match, knowing that, and I was like, I'm just gonna say, let's go, Paul.
Ooh, look at that do-si-do.
There we go. I love Paul London's outfit too.
Yeah, I love that dropkick. I love Paul London.
That's what should be doing the Tower of London.
Yes.
Let's go, Paul.
Come on, Paul.
Oh no, Paul.
They should have called this tag team Paul to Paul.
I know.
Paul to Paul action. Look at this. That's me. That's me going to bed at night.
Paul position.
Paul position is perfect. Perfect Paul position. Spinning wheel kick.
Oh, beautiful.
You know I had to get it on film.
Oh, yeah.
Why is that not in the show's intro? That should be in the show's intro. What's up with that? Change it.
I'm still upset we only got like one picture out of this with me in it.
I was telling Mike this on pre-show tapings like an episode ago. I didn't realize this until a couple days ago. Speedball Mike Bailey is in the show's intro 3 separate times. And, like, I don't understand. I love Speedball. Super nice guy. Just, how did he end up in the show's intro 3 times?
Speedball Mike Bailey is in the show's intro more than I am.
Yeah, literally is. That's taboo. That's blasphemy.
And or Speedball Mike Bailey were going to debut as new members of the Death Riders. So that was my pre-tweet before getting in the show. I always show tweets as I send them out.
May I ask, what was your logical thinking on Eddie Kingston?
Yeah, with Speedball is kind of a stretch because Speedball's such a damn baby face. I can't. It's like I can't really expect him to go heel, but Speedball had that Taekwondo background and like that there could be some legitimacy to it. With Eddie Kingston, it just goes back to how much history him and Moxley have, and if anybody wants to keep the mission of AEW alive, like John Moxley sees the vision, it's Eddie Kingston, and that's through violence. And Eddie Kingston knows violence. Just a thought.
Okay. No, that makes sense hearing it, because when you texted, I was all like, Eddie Kingston's an AEW guy, though. Like, I don't think he would want it. But then again,
that's what we're trying to save.
We're trying to save AEW.
Yeah. So now we're here at the divisional round, and I got to play my girlfriend who might knock me out of my own show's tournament.
Buckle up, Teddy.
I think I'll put, if we're betting, I think I would put my money on Alyssa.
Stop.
I'm a betting man.
Stop.
I think you won't do it. I'm just saying, history has shown us she ain't nothing to with, especially when it comes to this.
Shout out to, we don't even want to call him Lil Nate anymore because Lil Nate ain't so little anymore. I call him Papa Nate now. That's Papa Nate.
Oh.
He powerbombed Sammy onto the edge of the ring a couple times, which is something he always used to do to take people out. It was how he would take people out for weeks at a time. It was like his sort of punt to the head like Randy Orton used to do, which I always wanted to do to somebody when I was in middle school.
Yes, I remember.
He attempts to punt Owens in the head, but was stopped. And like I was just saying, I would have loved to see that punt because I was obsessed with it at one point. Even when I hated Randy Orton and all the people he took out with it, I respect the punt.
With his big ass sword. The next note I read, I was like, "Oh no!" And I'm questioning if I'm gonna say it out loud. I might. I already brought it up. Next, WWE executive Stephanie McMahon came out and thanked the fans in attendance. She then introduced WWE's newest signee, Olympic gold medalist. Oh, no. I should have just said name redacted.
I forgot about that. Oh,
we beat it out.
I don't remember that person in my wrestling. Who's that?
Never heard of him.
I think they would put a banger ass match, but I put Swerve Strickland over Bray Wyatt. Me personally.
Wow.
Yeah, I would. I think.
Shame on you.
Shame on me.
Shame on you.
What are you talking about? You're wild. You're wild.
Oh, this better.
Whose house? Swerve's house.
Shame on you.
The Firefly Funhouse. Whose house? The Firefly Funhouse.
Oh, look at.
Good bridge. Great bridge. Scratch that. Great bridge. She plays bridge on Thursdays. Chopper.
She's.
I'm hyped too. I feel like I'm chopping people.
Hell yeah, you are. Here we go. Another eat defeat. Nope.
Not today. Pick her up. Drop her. Don't even put her down. Just drop her.
Straight up drop. I think. Is this it?
Yeah. Okay, yeah. Slight botch. Sure. But it is what it is. She's a great wrestler.
Watch this.
I want to see somebody else go try it on these ropes.
I could do it easy.
And that's the only part I disagree with. Like, I'm not going to sit here and drag anybody botching a top rope move. I can't do it myself. But I would have at least done something other than go straight for the pinfall. Like, cover it up, ladies. Cover it up a little.
Yeah, and like pick her up, hit her with the small package.
Hit her with your small package.
I don't remember if it was the mom or the sister, but one of them was wearing a Gravity t-shirt. Like, that's the only Gravity t-shirt I've ever seen.
Like,
oh, that's
just exactly. I'm just saying, Jericho knows how to do it.
Okay, I wanna point something out to everybody else. An inside thing. Me and Jeff have a goal to not drop the F-bomb during this whole episode, and I'm the first one to break it already. So let's just let that go now. I was the first one to slip.
You already slipped? I didn't even catch you.
You didn't catch it. I'm that subtle with it at the same time. This situation got me that in my feelings. Seeing a maskless Gravity get beat up in front of his family.
I was like, I couldn't hold it anymore.
Get the wrestling in the middle shower curtain while you're there. You shower with us.
Hell yeah.
You can shower with us.
I was going to say, drink it in, man.
Hey.
Drink it in, man.
You can pretty much be the special guest referee, special guest enforcer, or whatever it is for this episode.
I need to get a ref. Putting that on the list now. Jeffrey the referee.
Now, I have to show this part right here. This is hilarious. As she's trying to cook, Adi is messing with her pen.
Hey, give that one.
Oh my gosh.
2, 3, 4. You gotta let it. You gotta get the pen up. I don't want to disqualify you.
Referee Jeffrey over here.
You had to break the hold, man. The kitty put the hold on for more. This is where Alyssa would have been like, I got 5 seconds.
Oh, you didn't know?
Hit me with the Brian Danielson. I got 5, ref.
All right. Appreciate you coming in and chilling, Jeff. This was a great time. I had fun.
Thank you for having me.
Jeffrey, the referee.
Jeffrey.
I'm gonna get it. I'm putting that down. Getting a referee shirt. I'm gonna make it official. Just for these occasions.
Make it official. I love that. He said make it official. I would rather get Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn Hell in a Cell at WrestleMania 41 than Randy Orton versus Kevin Owens at WrestleMania 41. But that's me.
Yeah.
I don't make the
calls. I fantasy book, and that's it.
Fickle. They're fickle.
That's why we're not in charge, man. That's why we're not in charge. People get hurt with my booking.
Yeah.
I mean, that's my flaw when it comes to GMO and why I always lose is because I go insane and get people injured way too often. I'm reckless. So
Buckle up, Teddy.
Mike's yelling at Tom Lawler to go to sleep. I'm yelling at Jerry Lawler to go to sleep permanently.
There's no need to throw Jerry in under the bus right now.
Yeah, he's not related in any way. Lawler's not a great last name.
Yeah, Lawler got the win, though. That was really
well,
big
that's
for him.
stupid. And I don't care.
I understand. They're trying to build Lawler.
This match went off for no reason.
It's mystical.
It's middleweight champion Mystical.
And Caveman, I was not a fan of the Caveman dude's look, I'm not gonna lie.
You might not be, but you're about to learn today.
He goes off, yeah.
It's like, I hate the gimmick, but damn, he pulled it off. Little like sensory warning here. If you don't like to look at saliva, look away from this one. Go straight to the pay-per-view. This is, you're gonna see some nasty spit.
Was this the last match for the pay-per-view?
I don't remember if it was or wasn't. I'm just, hey, you might as well.
Damn.
If you're going and skipping around. You want to get to that ladder match right away.
Can I just say Mystico's theme? I could chill to that.
Always. I have. A couple arenas I've chilled. I've explained to some children in an arena that he's not Rey Mysterio. I had to.
I forgot about that. I forgot that he did the worm for no reason.
Yeah. He looks like he eats the worm.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Alright, Mystico, go off.
Alright, Lucha Libre.
Lucha Libre. Let's go.
Spinny Dippy.
Spinny Dippy. I love that. We should just start calling things like Flipper Dipper Doo.
Yeah. I call things like the Rink Skidly Doo.
Here we got a drop kick a Rooski.
Yep. A Rooski.
Oh man.
Jeez.
Yeah. The
caveman can fly.
Barbarian caveman, like his gimmick is that he's a caveman barbarian, right?
Yes. Look away. Look away. Oh, look away, brother. Mike, what the front door? I censored it for him. Dude, I can't explain that. I can't give a justification to that saliva strand.
Okay,
dude, the thumbnail for us. I'm glad you guys don't have to deal with this. Thumbnail for us is this man with spit just corsating out of his mouth.
So here's a fun fact. I did not know he did the spit thing. I guess I couldn't see or whatever.
Wow, you lucky duck. Hey, don't, what the nuts? You can't do that.
I'm sure he can. Or maybe I saw it once, but I didn't make a big deal out about it. I just didn't like how he looked. I didn't like that, like the whole, especially the hair at the beginning.
Yeah.
It was like...
Now, if he had an actual bone put through his nose, that's dedication. I have to respect that.
Yeah.
But like, scribbly drawings on your body, bro. Scribblies. Nah.
He's fine, by the way. Mystico was just taking a rest.
By the way. By the way. Little commentary table action. Not the commentary table you're used to.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't see past the guy's head.
He's fine. He's fine.
That remains to be seen.
Here we go again.
Boom, boom, boom. Yeah.
Frame by frame. Oh my god. Is this how you... Because this is my first Lita, so is this how you...
This is a first.
Okay.
It's honestly a first.
It would choose the one that I...
Yeah.
am a part of to do this.
Come on, Mystico. I like to think it's because of the siren and the megaphone and the air horn.
Look, I get it though.
Even my phone's overstimulated.
It's crazy to think like in the area because it is the Dallas area.
Yeah.
Lucha's super over, right?
Not just that, yeah, but it's not just Dallas. It's North Richland Hills.
I remember pulling up and we were
aptly named location.
Yeah,
Richland.
I'm not gonna lie, I felt out of place.
Little Mystico video from Jeff, I guess. I didn't know this was in here, but I love a different perspective.
Hey, choking him on the guardrail.
That's so mean.
He's playing.
I've seen worse though. Mr. No.
And like,
yeah. Drew McIntyre and Seth Rollins, they're not no strangers to each other. Let that be known. When John Cena comes out, he comes out on fire. John Cena came out that pod on 100,000.
Let's go. I was really excited. I was like, can he still do this? Yeah, he can still do this.
Brother. He was moving so fast I couldn't even see him. Every time I walk in a room, I will do a AJ Styles entrance.
Every time?
Every time. I'm moving and grooving and praying.
It's Batista.
Okay.
God dang it!
I'll walk for miles inside this pit of danger.
Because we got Batista coming in.
I walk for miles inside this pit of danger.
I had to hold myself back. Because I would have done that, but like 2 times louder, and that would have been hell for you.
I'm thinking about back in the day sitting in my SmackDown fort when I was a kid. I walked for miles inside this pit of danger. I've walked many miles inside this pit of danger. And I walked alone. You can walk for miles to the back.
Yeah.
There's no pit of danger. Too dangerous for you.
You want to hear that, like, on this day, I see clearly. Then you want to hear that, but it was something else.
Yeah. All right, last one. Edge. Edge.
You know him? On this day,
I'd be crazy.
I see clearly.
I ain't gonna lie, I'd be crazy to use cope.
He's a dope. I heard Cope's a dope.
Not cope's a dope.
That's what Chris Jericho tells me. That's what the learning tree tells me.
You don't learn that.
You need to unlearn that one. We have MX Collection and Johnny TV versus Orange Cassidy with the Rizzler, Mark Briscoe and AJ Boom Boom McCookie Pants.
What? Why'd you call him AJ McBoom Boom Cookie Pants? Why are you disrespecting them like that? They were nice people.
First of all, his gear was cookie themed. I have the right. And also, I think that's a great name. 619.
Let's go.
Nah, bro, that's a 518.
I was gonna say this.
That's a 313.
Actually, it's a Tiger Feint kick.
That's a 432.
Ooh, Canadian Destroy Her.
This is the Richland Destroyer. This is the North Richland Hills Destroyer.
That's fair.
And it wins matches. It beats cavemen.
Barbarians. Barbarians.
Cave-barians.
I don't know.
Owie. You know, snap his leg off and hit him with it.
Let's go.
Who knew cave barbarians had half crabs that looked so clean?
I got Bobby over John Moxley.
What?
And I got...
What? I ain't gonna lie.
Okay.
You just made the list.
Yeah, I know. And just to piss everyone off, I got MJF over The Rock.
It doesn't piss me off.
On some fly ass MJF shit.
He gone. This might be a competitive one. Q's gonna revenge book.
You just made
Bro.
I'm definitely on revenge book.
I feel like at some point Drew has to get something right. Like
Nah.
Yeah, because it would ruin the character if he ever actually got an accolade or anything.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, and I know it's so fantasy booking, Mark statement, shut the
up. But correct me if I'm wrong. Joe Hendry's still the TNA champion, right?
Okay, I see. I think I see where it's going. He is, yes.
I want Joe Hendry versus John Cena too, but I don't know that that's going to happen. And I think Drew McIntyre versus Joe Hendry for the TNA World Title at WrestleMania is a fantasy book that cooks. For Scotland.
For Scotland.
Give me a hell yeah.
Just gets hyped like I'm a part of it.
Yeah.
I'm like a wee bit Scotch-Irish, and that's it. That's as close as I get.
I can say shit, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we were flipping our shit at that spot. We're like, oh, holy shit.
You can say it. You just can't take one. Kono Bushi, let's go. Let's go.
Come on, you're supposed to get me locked. Not him.
Coda. Ibushi.
Big money, big money, big money.
Big Bushi, big Bushi, big Bushi. I asked for a woman and I got Sami Zayn. It's ridiculously funny because we're actually going over St. Paddy's Day themed episodes today, but nobody's wearing green. In fact, I'm British Bulldogged out today. The British scarf covers it. It's a sick shirt. I know. It's amazing.
I'm wearing green.
Shout out to Pro Wrestling Tees.
Shout out to Pro Wrestling Tees.
Also brought the British Bulldog himself with me, so. Now it's the real deal Navy SEAL.
All right.
Real deal Navy SEAL.
Do the thing.
Boom.
I love a ladder match. I love a multi-bid ladder match. I love staplers at ladder matches. Staple is wee-wee. Staples his hand to his leg. Now, a lot of people argue with this. You know, this has been seen in some death matches before. Like, how does that actually work? Like, they're not actually capable of stapling a limb to a limb. I don't know. It's wrestling, bro. Don't take it that serious.
Yeah, don't question it. I hate people who
don't read that deeply into it.
Yeah, try to put so much logic into wrestling. Like it's entertainment, man.
I get it. We don't want to have super gimmicky, cheesy stuff, but let's not be so critical.
At the end of this WrestleMania, at the end of the last Texas WrestleMania, we see Roman Reigns iconically holding up the Universal and WWE titles together. It's a shot that's many people's profile picture on Twitter to this day.
It's still
Yep.
So, hey, I want to say this. Love him or hate him, acknowledge him or not, I'm glad to all hell it wasn't Brock Lesnar that won that and became the double champ. This could have been Brock Lesnar, guys. So, maybe let's not be so hasty.
No. I mean, at least, okay, Roman deserves that one, but it's this bloodline story that was going on. It's just it was getting better and better.
It's one of the best long-term stories in all of wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
Give me a hell yeah.
You doing all right over there, buddy?
Mind business. Right?
Mind business. We get a stare down between Cena and Punk that gets us feeling all warm and fuzzy inside. I would say it got us feeling all warm and fuzzy for a minute.
It did. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie.
Or before Seth Rollins interrupts it and gets hot and yells at Cena to go film movies because Punk is his to fight. Go film your movies. What's he gonna do? Is he gonna spank him? This is not that kind of match.
No, that attitude's not.
Whoa. Now, this is gonna be a main event superstar right here. I'm calling it. Give me Omega.
Is he calling it?
Regal. Hey. Good morning.
Double check here.
8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Turns out I can count.
We love that.
I was going to say this is about as close as to WrestleMania as Carmelo Hayes comes.
Yo, according to Randy Orton, he's a child because he plays Fortnite.
Well, come on. I agree with Orton.
He said, I think Orton said real men play Elden Ring. So.
Real men play wrestling games, as far as I'm concerned.
You know what? I'm not gonna.
What is a real man?
A real man is
William Regal.
That's what I was about to say.
He's a man.
A little
baby Ryan Gosling crawling. Look at him, he's just crawling. He's barely learning to walk.
I love this.
In baseball, this is what we call a pickle. You're stuck between third and second base, and the shortstop's got you.
Well,
you're in a pickle.
Yeah, this is not great for you, which is great for us.
Even if your name is Ryan Gosling.
Can you alter the strap match?
It's a great question.
So
I don't know how it would get done, but it's a cool concept. Like having a multi-man strap match.
what?
Yeah, bro.
Now I can give you this much. I can't say you can alter it to like a fatal 4-way, but there is such a thing as a tag strap match.
Bro, I didn't even know this shit, bro.
I'm just asking questions.
I know, but if I knew these questions, I would have.
You should have asked questions.
Whatever.
Yeah,
Whatever.
you gotta ask questions.
Whatever. Move on.
Looks like we've had enough.
It's funny because Mike, in his first episode, and he's the whole reason why we have some of the newer rules, he was like, well, is there anything that says I can't make it a gauntlet? And I was like, it doesn't say you can't make it a gauntlet, I guess. So I was like, damn, I gotta add the gauntlet and like make a whole rule. Like you can't just do that.
Yeah.
Mike was bending all the rules. He's like, but it doesn't say.
You ain't wrong, bro.
I know somebody in the crowd called him Moose, and I was like, come on, dude, that's not Moose. You know, you knew.
It's not the abuser. Come on now.
Oh, hey, well moving on.
Damn.
It was Nigel said he barks like a dog, but he's far from a bitch. And I was like, wow. I was like, that's the line right there.
What I didn't notice was when they were doing the hype up videos, they were pretty much everyone had a 7 deadly sin attached to them.
Yes.
It was really genius as well. Holy crap! Like
it's funny. It took me 3 tries because the first time they showed it, I was like, I was referencing it to something else in a TV show. I won't bring it up now. It's irrelevant here, but I was like, oh, that's funny. The second time, I was like, this is cool. It wasn't until the third time I was like, wait, this is the 7 deadly sins, but there's 6 people, and then the championship was lust, and I was like, I missed it. They did the 7 deadly sins, and it took me this long to figure it out.
Cena, I'm gonna miss you. I didn't like you as much. Like obviously, I was on that Cena sucks train.
That's a terrible train. That's a horrible train to be on. What? I have a question. I'm the one who makes the rules to this game, so I'm like, who do I ask this question to?
Your mind,
okay,
God.
You guys, it has to be like a sort of like group decision, so you guys get to say competitor and special guest referee. This is why you're
the referee. Jeffrey, the referee.
Can I book Macho Man Randy Savage as Bonesaw instead?
No.
Okay.
You got Macho Man. I'm sorry.
Okay.
That's the
You
gimmick.
didn't come as Bonesaw.
That's the gimmick.
Came as Macho Man Randy
Get your foot off my neck. Get your foot off my neck.
It's not Bonesaw Randy Savage.
Well, I'm adding Bonesaw to the wheel.
We
now.
should. Okay, actually, we should.
Well, there goes
Edge is out.
Cope.
He can cope with the trouble of being eliminated.
Yeah, maybe he can change his name back to Edge.
Legally
can't. But
What's up with that?
it wasn't my fault.
It wasn't my fault.
Well,
It wasn't.
we got Trips. We got Jonathan.
And we got fans who are watching, and if they can get me a Snitsky, it wasn't my fault soundbite, send it to the email. It's always in the description.
It wasn't.
Send
my
it to that email.
fault.
I want it.
That's fair.
Send a picture of Snitsky. Weird wrestlers with foot fetishes.
What?
That's, hey,
I mean, that's.
Snitsky.
I can't even say that's fair because I don't even know what's going on. Sister Abigail, it's over. Good night.
She ain't my sister.
Hollywood ending match. Anything goes. Falls count anywhere. Shit got me feeling alive. That's what I wrote down. I wrote that down. Shit got me feeling alive. What was really psycho, Mariah May brings a taser out, which shocks us all. Pun intended. Shocks us all completely.
Yes. This was an honor and a privilege that, like, I feel like not a lot of people understood the reality of what we were watching. Like, you got Atlantis Junior and Senior
versus.
Yeah, I was waiting for it to play. I was like, versus.
The Dark Panther or Blue Panther and his son, right?
Yes.
Dark Panther. So that I remember seeing it somewhere on the card, and I was like, well, the fact that I see these legends basically of Lucha is crazy.
And they started the match. The seniors started the match.
Yeah.
Senior wrestling.
Blue Panther is one of Danielson's favorites, right?
Yeah. How could he not be? That's the thing is I've always, at my core, I've always been what this show is about. I've always been wrestling in the middle. I loved CM Punk and was rooting for him. I never hated John Cena for a second. I was always like, at that point, I understood what was going on. I'm like, I'm glad that wrestling is fun. And even then, it wasn't all that great, right? Looking back, it wasn't that great. But I've never, even during the times I've watched it during bad periods, thought it was bad. It's only when I look back now that I'm like, oh yeah, that sucked. That was terrible.
You just made the list.
The time was pretty fun, though.
My man.
I had to bring Kenny in on this. Kenny, guest on the show. They start getting gross and licking each other's blood off their boots and such. I wasn't a fan of that part.
Jamie was losing her shit, bro. She was like, ugh. Ty, she made everyone laugh at the house because she just said it in a quiet part when everyone got quiet. She's like, ugh, Sky, get your man.
Come get your mans.
Come get your mans. Everyone in the house busted out laughing because we're like, this man, Mike even called him. He's like, that's Freaky Fletcher. I said, Freaky Fletcher's what they call him now.
Then we see Mark Davis come out with bolt cutters and a bag of weapons and break into the cage to give Kyle not only the bag of weapons, but a chair. Ospreay actually gets the bag of weapons first and kicks. Oh, Kenny just fell.
I was watching that in slow motion.
That's hilarious. It scared the patootie out of me. I was like, what just happened?
This is what's crazy to me. I keep saying this to people. Like, the reality that we live in a world now where John Cena is a bad guy and Edge and Randy Orton are good guys is just weird to me.
It is crazy to think that. Think about it this way. We could have a face Randy Orton, or a good guy Randy Orton versus a bad guy John Cena.
I don't think we will, but I feel like if we could, that's the one time I'm okay with having John Cena and Randy Orton again.
That's fair.
I'm so tired of that matchup, but that does make it interesting for once.
I
remember the time they put 2 belts on the line and it wasn't interesting still. And they were like, we just want Daniel Bryan, dude. What a time to be alive. And this episode is as retro as it gets because we're starting in 1997. Yes, kids, there was a time before 2000.
Dang.
It's called the 90s. And it's called the Attitude. It's not that bad. Old men taking bumps and their kids getting over. You know this studio more than anybody. Look at this wall back here. These 2 photos right here are signed photos of Cody Rhodes and John Cena. Like, this isn't just some pushover match. This isn't just some, like, crack booking match. This is John Cena and Cody Rhodes. And now we're adding The Rock into the mix and this whole weird... What does Travis Scott need to do in that situation?
Get the F out.
Yeah?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Exactly, yeah.
But this bitch is getting on my nerves.
Cena hits his FU, his attitude adjustment. I still like to call it the FU.
I said it out loud, I was like, can we just call it the FU one more time? Like,
please? Like, please?
Yeah.
Especially now that we're in this Netflix era where it's okay to push the boundaries a little bit. If The Rock can drive drunk, why can't we just make it the FU one more time? You watch Cena in this match, you wait for him to slow down. He never does. And it's been a while since we've seen that John Cena. He hits Cody Rhodes with every variation of the FU, AAST, FLMNOPSs he can pull out of his bag of tricks. Yeah. It's not enough. We all know how Cody Rhodes feels about stories.
Yeah.
And it's cool when when the match starts, you don't have to talk too much. Things just kind of flow like they're supposed to. And even when you kind of just like ad lib stuff in there, they just flow and they're real easy to work. It's easy for me to have a really, really cool all Japan style match with Dimitri and barely even say a word. And we'll talk in there and just like we'll have like different kind of conversations, not even about the match. We'll just be talking shit. So real easy to work.
Travis Scott and his pretend replica belt are ruining a huge moment for me.
It's like watching Rey and Dominic Mysterio.
Oh, Lord.
If you can sit through that at WrestleMania, you can sit through this one at Kings of Colosseum.
Then you hit him with turns. You got some loop-de-loops. You got some drops.
Dude, nothing hits me harder than loop-de-loops.
So,
meanwhile, in the ring, we got a WrestleMania match that I would love to see: John Cena versus Stone Cold Steve Austin.
What?
Versus Stone Cold Steve Austin.
What?
WrestleMania 18 was the 18th annual WrestleMania.
No.
Who thought that was going to be the
Thank
18th?
you, Wiki.
All right. People had a lot of managers back in the day. Mr. Fuji, Johnny Polo, Oscar, Mr. Fuji and James Cornette together. Harvey Whip, like everybody had a manager in each match.
Everybody got a manager. You get a manager. You get a manager. We all get managers.
I picked you today because you're the only one that gets excited for the brackets about my favorite wrestlers. Shelton Briscoe. Mark.
who you cheering for?
Oh, man. I'm cheering for wrestling. That's what I'm doing. I'm going to make a confession right now, live in the moment. I've always stated I've hated this gimmick from the time it started. It's annoyed me. And this past week, that chant has actually been stuck in my head nonstop. Let's go, Max.
Max, you're the best wrestler alive. Let's go, Max. You're the best wrestler alive.
It's catching me, man. I'll admit, like it's kind of catching me a little bit. I was like, damn, why is it kind of catchy? Ospreay has a crazy sick dubstep intro to his entrance that made me go. I'm talking bananas, bananas completely.
Ring the darn bell.
All right, here we go.
He's got to take his shirt off. This was weird because statistically, how brackets would tell you, I'm rooting for Kenta, right? I was rooting for Dijak. After we did the Dijak interview, like so much changed. I was like, hey,
this was the one match where me and Jeff were rooting for the opposite people.
This was the one time?
Yeah.
But this bitch is getting on my nerve.
The Rock confronts Cody and says some weird video game story mode shit. Again, I don't feel like this storyline is real sometimes, the way The Rock is like, I want your brain and your body and your soul and your mind and spirit.
So at some point, I say that this is like a Dark Rock X Cody fanfic.
I'm like, at what point is The Rock now the Undertaker? Why is the final boss Grim Reaper Undertaker? He's not. You can't be.
It's still real to me, damn it.
Fine. I kind of like it. I'm not gonna lie. I like the idea. I just wish that like
again, it even if it's like stepping on toes, even if I think it's a cheesy storyline to be running, it's Cody Rhodes, John Cena, and The Rock. So I beg the question once more: why did you think putting Travis Scott in there would help? It's not helping.
No.
It's not. And this is what's funny. This is what's really funny. I just thought about this too. Let me get Cody off the wall. Oh, get over here, Cody. These are both obtained from live event shows last year. This one on the road to WrestleMania, of course. Who can forget Cody Mania? It was a huge one. And then John Cena, whenever I saw him at SmackDown. Same night, that SmackDown I remember, Charlotte Flair and Io Sky for the women's title. That was an amazing match to watch live.
Damn.
I hardly think about seeing John Cena from that night. It's about Io Sky.
Drink it in, man.
Damn.
But,
well,
what's funny about last year, Road to WrestleMania season, our first ever, what was the significance? It was like, oh, I have Cody Rhodes and The Rock hanging up on the walls. It's like, we now we got Cody Rhodes and John Cena, who have also been hanging up on the walls as our new topic of discussion. Cody given the ultimatum, and he tells Rock he already gave his soul to this ring and these people, and he tells The Rock to go himself. Blatant outright tells The Rock to go himself.
Then him and Cena celebrate that decision, and we see The Rock give Cena the signal. And the moment a lot of us wondered if what happened, Cena turns heel and low blows Cody, and then he beats him up harder than Jade Cargill beat up Naomi. I recently got a rated R wristband, and I thought about it. This will be only interesting to you because nobody else knows me like you do. Think about 6th grade when I used to wear that John Cena "You Can't See Me" wristband.
Yeah.
Every day until it was yellow, I wore that white wristband. And now I have a rated R one. Like, think about just the change in life.
Changing, yeah.
If that version of me met this version,
like change is crazy.
Roddy Piper coming back from the dead would be crazier.
Yeah, he did attempted murder, bro. He stabbed him multiple times with that screwdriver.
You know, in the past year alone, I've seen a man get suffocated. I've seen a man get stabbed. This wrestling company is pushing the boundaries. I saw a man go through glass and hung upside down.
You saw a man get lit on fire, too.
Dude, I saw that.
Yeah.
I've seen so much violence that I forgot about seeing a man get set on fire. That's what I'm trying to get at here.
Why don't we just stop everything we're doing and go play SmackDown vs. Raw 2006 challenge modes? We can go unlock the WrestleMania 9 arena. Now that's a Coliseum.
That is, yeah.
Kurt Angle doing a little jig, wiping his snot. Before the pay-per-view event began. I don't know why it's worded that way. Sorry, they botched that. I didn't. Don't put that on me.
That's how it's written right here.
I'm putting it up on the screen. They're reading it.
Okay, good. So you just need to circle it, highlight it, like.
This is the first time travel where you get the information too, so you know we're not that stupid. Stand back.
I'm glad we're in sync today. That's great.
But Mick Foley over time has become so much more. And he's obviously a childhood hero. And then I just met him like a week ago, and it was like nothing I ever experienced before. And like I got to shoot the shit with a childhood hero. I think Mick Foley after that probably advanced like 20 more spaces back up into my top 10.
Mick Foley getting the rub over here.
Yeah, all the way. Out of all the different things I can tell about me and Mick Foley's interaction, I got him to sign a book that I've had since like the 7th grade of his. And because he's such a nice guy and he's such a genuine guy, he also, for free, for no charge at all, signed my hardcore title when he didn't have to, and I didn't ask him to. He just said, "Would you like me to?" And he's the first ever hardcore champion. Of course I want him to sign it. And
that's freaking legend.
What a guy.
What a great guy.
Fair enough. Hey, fair enough. Now, to that point,
there's still one other interesting fact, which is the fact that CM Punk still has a favor from Paul Heyman.
And I've always felt like the favor from Paul Heyman was never going to be played out within WrestleMania. It was never going to be a favor that was going to be called in a world title capacity. I think the favor is so much bigger. And again, when it happened, if you remember, we were theorizing. I said, here's my deal. And I'm still kind of on this a little bit. I think the favor comes one day in the future when Roman Reigns needs Paul Heyman, and CM Punk is going to tell Paul Heyman, no, I need you more than Roman Reigns needs you. And Paul Heyman is going to leave Roman Reigns' side as his wise man to be CM Punk's counsel for whatever reason, for whatever time. I know it's crazy to all the tribalists. The tribalists is what we'll call them.
Tribalists.
My theory, if you don't know, just go with the guy that's always right. Another confession I have to make. This is another confession I have to make.
These are his confessions.
So I've been so exhausted with the process of moving. Just today alone, I was moving from 7 a.m. till 4 p.m. up till the time I had watched the pay-per-view. I actually fell asleep during Kevin Knight's entrance and slept through the match first time around. I had woke up and Julia Hart was making her entrance, and I had to rewind the whole pay-per-view. So I was the whole entire time I was watching the pay-per-view, I was like 38 minutes behind people, and I would skip the build-up videos of the matches to just kill a little time. Thank goodness I did, though, because, yeah, one, that opening match was worth it, and two, I had no idea the tag title match happened in between those two. So I was like, I would have missed the tag title match altogether. Kyle gets to his knees and screams at Will words that I will not repeat because they will make my job very hard, and I should not repeat them as I am a man of the Lord.
This is where I was like, it's over. Good night.
It wasn't over. It's not good night. He's good morninging.
Good morning.
It's WrestleMania season. I want to see these cool matches get great stories behind them because obviously, as you could tell from a lot of this, WWE is entertainment first, and that can be okay. Like, if that's people's taste palette, that's okay. It was really entertaining. I want to see some great stories then, if that's the case. I want to see some peak soap opera level storytelling.
All right, well, we got Seth and Kurt doing Seth and Kurt things. We got...
I hope wrestling, then.
Yeah,
that's what I would expect.
Those are Seth and Kurt things, yeah.
It was a different time, too. That had a lot more humor to it rather than just, like, reality or relatability. We did it as a poor taste joke, but looking back, it was at least progressive. It was like, well, it was progressive, just not in the way. I don't think it was meant to be progressive.
Makes sense.
We're taking the positive out of it.
Drink it in.
I'm gonna roll it back over to Jeff.
What up?
Jeff.
And
all right,
he
Jeff.
requested we go backwards. We're going backwards. He's got WrestleMania 8.
Oof.
Yes. Careful what you wish for. Damn.
Hey.
Oh, damn.
The ancient times, brother.
The ancient times.
It doesn't work for me, brother. It ain't gonna work for me.
Oh, you got me, brother. Oh.
All right.
Whoever wins that, they got to meet me in the finals.
Coming for the title. Q, bring it home. Bring it home.
We need a title.
Q on 5. Q on 5.
I want a title with like it has to have like a grill theme on it since it's the cook-off. We have a title belt.
Yeah, like little barbecue grill right on top of it.
Dude, we need the golden spatula.
Golden spatula.
The golden spatula.
I like that.
Nice.
It's finally time. Finally, this is the finals of Am I Cooking? And yes, I'm here. I'm not wearing my normal hat because Jeff decided. Because I'm wearing my shirt, I should wear this hat. I got the full-on shirt today.
Drink it in, man.
Hey.
Give me a hell yeah.
It was my first official. That was my first official referee decision.
Wild enough. One of the wild cards made it all the way to the finals. Q, from the bottom up, made it. To show what we did.
Hey.
We're gonna flip this camera for a moment. This is what we're playing for. This is what comes out of it, the golden spatula.
Drink it in, man.
This is the first ever one, so I'm hoping I can just keep it in the studio for the first time.
We'll see.
I want the first one ever to be kept in the studio. Cooking today.
Give me a hell yeah.
Am I cooking? No, you're cooking.
I'm cooking. Yeah.
I have to read the rules before we do that, because even though you and I know this game well enough, there might be someone at home watching who doesn't know this game yet.
Oh, you didn't know?
Here we go. This is like watching the Royal Rumble match or the
Yeah.
You're like, I know the rules.
Literally. It's literally just like that. I'm starting off showing off this hoodie. This is Saturday night's main event hoodie. And maybe if I stand up, maybe I can show the back. I don't know. It's kind of a short stint. It's a cool hoodie, right? So.
Hey, hoodie. I'm over here punching things. It's fun.
The WrestleMania checkpoint episode, what's that? It's the fact that it's the road to WrestleMania, and in the way we do our episodes now in this new season, we don't really cover everything that's been going on. So that's what this is. We're just going to do a little quick checkpoint before we get to WrestleMania a week before. Like, okay, we got a week. What's going on?
What do we want to talk about?
That's why we came here today. And I got my computer up. Before we start, I want to do a very quick, what do you want to talk about? Okay, I want to talk about the biggest debut in wrestling.
Okay.
No, I'm not talking about The Rock or John Cena. I'm not talking about 1, 2, 3 Kid debut or Fandango's debut. This is bigger. Today is the long-awaited debut we have highly been anticipating for many, many months. This is officially the debut of the Ring Genitals shirt. I finally got one in. I'm not here to show you a Saturday Night's Main Event jacket. That's why the jacket's even on.
Big reveal.
Ladies and gentlemen, I demand your attention for the Ring Genitals. Let's go. Yeah, I had to show that off. I wanted to give him a quick swerve with the Saturday Night's Main Event hoodie.
Okay. I didn't even register. I didn't even think about it.
Not only that, available on our store, but you can get one of these cool hats, one of these cool mugs. We got it all on our store. Links in the description. So it's that time. Final pay-per-view thoughts, and Lord knows I have them.
And then Brock during his part, like, yeah, he flew in from Budapest to be here, and he's about to fly out to Africa. So, have fun with that.
Yeah, like good. I'll give him a pat on the back if that's what he wants. So, hey, good job, buddy. Hey, he's right here. Good job, bud. Proud of you. You're doing great. You're doing great, kid.
It is Kojima.
Yeah, he doesn't understand the significance. I mean, he is the ticket seller for me. He was like, I've never seen Kojima. I will gladly go see Kojima.
Bro, I had to get that bread.
And that's why, amen. And that's why we're doing this episode, because we have to. That's why we went. But I will say this, Jeff, he's a hoe for the bro. He's a hoe for the bro.
Okay, you went there, yeah.
Like, well, since the first one was in St. Louis and I just got to up and go to that one all the way down here from Texas, hell of a road trip. I was like, let's just make it a thing. No matter where it's at, every year I'm going to be at Dynasty. When I saw it was in Philly, I was like, I don't want no smoke with the crazy Philly fans. Shout out to Philly. We love them. They're great. They can have what they have, and we'll just chill over here in safety. The other thing I wanted to note, though, and I'll do it quickly so we're not like hung up on time. Do we ever think Julia Hart is going to be a women's world champion? I do.
Yes.
Especially with the crowd being behind her like that.
Absolutely. With no doubt. That's a whole can of worms you open it up.
Speaking of worms, let's talk about the trios titles.
Please.
So that's my big takeaway from the Icon versus Icon match that I never get over is let's take Hulk Hogan and him and his personality aside. Let's just look at the Icon aspect of it. He went in there as a heel with the NWO. And based off of, yes, we have that much power. Fans have that much power. Based off of that crowd's reaction, changed the whole course of Hogan's storyline. Now he's a babyface, and he's not even with the NWO anymore. And that wouldn't have happened if Toronto wasn't like,
So it's crazy to think like what would have happened if they wouldn't have cheered. So would we still be looking at the NWO to this day?
Maybe. Like, we don't know. It's the coolest butterfly effect to think about. Hogan wasn't going to leave the NWO until Toronto said, we love you. I feel like I have said this in an episode already. If I have, sorry. If I haven't, sorry too. Like, I don't know. I'll just apologize for whatever. This is for all the marbles. This is for Jenna Marbles.
Oh, okay.
This is for Jenna Marbles.
Okay, then.
I don't know.
All right, let's move on to this last one. Now, it's not the last one if Mike can't deliver. If Mike can't get any of these, then we're going into OT.
Okay.
Oh, God.
All right.
Pressure. This is how it was last week, too, with the other game. Like, Mike's down to the last one. You got to get it or go home. We're going to overtime.
Right. Go for broke.
All right. I'm going to start you on the clock in a second. You got WrestleMania 31. Go.
Buckle up, Teddy.
31.
Oh, okay. WrestleMania 31. Okay. Triple H versus Sting.
He's saying it right away.
Triple H versus Sting. John Cena versus Rusev.
Oh, you know this one.
This all
Undertaker versus Bray Wyatt.
You're going 5 for 5. You're going 5 for 5.
Roman versus Brock.
Yep.
And
Seth Rollins cash-in.
Now you're just showing off.
Yeah, he just
let him go.
dominated this.
Let him cook.
Seth Rollins versus Randy Orton.
Yeah.
Let him cook. Game breaker fatality over here.
Yeah.
Freaking windmill dumping
Right?
on me. Like,
right? I was like, oh, hold up, blazing.
Street mode. Street.
Right.
Yeah, don't stop.
What else? Wait, the New Day was part of that. I think the New Day was part of WrestleMania 31.
Oh, you didn't know?
Think because I know there's like a tag. There's like a tag match. Forgot who.
They're gonna help you out. They might have been on the pre-show. They're not on the card.
Pre-show. Okay, pre-show. Okay, whatever. I think trying to figure out which else that happened.
30
and
more.
that, think. Oh wait, on the women's.
There were a couple.
Say Paige. It was Paige. Paige versus Nikki Bella. I don't know that one.
You're surprisingly close, but not all the way there. And you still got 7 seconds. You could figure it out.
come on.
Shoot the shot.
Damn.
One. Yeah. That
Give up.
match was AJ Lee and Paige versus the Bella Twins.
Ah.
The only
Of
other
course.
match you didn't get was the opening Intercontinental ladder match, the 7-man ladder match that I really thought Dean Ambrose would win, but Daniel Bryan won.
Oh shit! Damn, I forgot. Because that was like before he retired.
Damn. So last one, Mike clears up, puts 7 up on the board to dominantly win this one.
Man,
It was a
this
close
game.
game. It was so close, and then he got. I wish, and again, I just pulled them at random. I didn't give anyone a specific one, but I wish they could have been switched so Q could have had 31 and Mike would have had to work for that.
Yeah.
This man.
Damn, well, as soon as he got
I would have
struggled.
struggled. I would have struggled if you gave me like a different like WrestleMania from like
That's like his prime WrestleMania right there for Matt. I mean for Mike.
Shit, yeah.
I mean, he's Chicago made. Chicago made.
Of course.
Did you know? Fun fact, this is for all the people included, that CM does not originally stand for Chicago made. That's false. When he came up with the name CM Punk, it originally stood for Chick Magnet. Fun fact. Johnny TV.
Hi, I'm John Morris, and I can bench press 400 pounds.
Yeah, this episode today is not sponsored by anything other than go to our store and buy some merch because we got some great merch, and I'm wearing it. Mike's response was probably my favorite. I asked him, what did you think about the pay-per-view? It was bonkers, and that was all he said. It was bonkers. That's it.
Typical Mike answer.
Maybe he's into superplexes.
I think we're all into superplexes.
I'm kind of against them, actually.
I was about to...
I'm actually in the coalition against superplexes.
Coalition against superplexes. Oh, what a cutter.
It's Cass. I'm in the Cass.
Give me a hell yeah.
The coalition against superplexes.
There we go.
The Casp.
Another
That ain't knock him down.
one.
The lariat from Lorenzo von Matterhorn. The Lithuania lariat.
The lariat from...
Lebanon.
What a brainbuster.
Lebanese lariat. There it is. We found it. We found our title. This episode, the Lebanese lariat.
Oh my god.
It's actually the
That
MLW
has
Lita.
nothing to do with anything, man.
It's actually Lita MLW Reloaded / Kings of Coliseum.
Long title.
That's what it is. I have some things to say. I'm about to shame us a little bit. I'm about to force shame on you guys, and that's us. Because we have talked about for months and months and months doing a through the table on Cody Rhodes and John Cena's similarities, just how Cody Rhodes fits into that sort of over super babyface role that John Cena did. And now I feel like maybe we waited too long, not too long per se, but like
we should have done it before this happened because
Yeah.
Hey, you live and you learn. We can't get everything done.
This road to WrestleMania season has been crazy, man. It's been weird and crazy, and also not disappointing. I have to say, not disappointing.
Fair.
They could have had a lot of disappointing moments, and they didn't. Now there has been disappointing moments, but we're not going to mention those. We're not going to talk about those.
That's fair.
I might say WrestleMania 18 and WrestleMania 20 have been brought up more times than WrestleMania 41 even has this season. It's weird the way we were just like, yeah, these two are great.
It's just creatively, I don't know how you get there, but I won't. If we do get there somehow, I won't ask any questions. I'll just be like, I'll check out my new hat, and I'll just change the whole discussion, change the topic. Again, nobody should be pulling the Elimination Chamber but me. So
I don't think any of these would make a good Elimination Chamber. I'll be perfectly honest.
Well, you're not getting one anyway. Versus somebody who's been around for a cup of tea, and she didn't even drink that cup of tea out of this Wrestling in the Middle mug.
Fickle. They're fickle.
We have to give them night one to keep that streak going, but it does. You're doing it at the expense of literally his family.
Yeah, it's
Jey Uso can't even get his main event, but he's main event Jey Uso. Or maybe, this isn't a prediction, this is just a what if, Cameron gets involved. Funky Tackles reunion. Somebody call your mama.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. F it.
Wrestling history has told me anytime somebody gets taken out of action and a car is involved, that person is going to WrestleMania to win. That's what wrestling history has led me to believe.
So
yeah, Jade's got this hands down.
It's the Brock. Oh, wait. Timeout.
No.
It's the Glock.
The Glock. It's the flock.
It's the talk of the town. Here's my timeline. I watched wrestling off and on where I could or how I could 2004 and 5 through this is on, and I literally, please make fun of me for this, I literally thought The Rock was Cobra.
What?
So that's where I was at pre-2006. Then my sister got into John Cena. I was like, you watch wrestling? And then she showed me Saturday night's main event, John Cena versus Edge, and I haven't stopped since. I cannot not be obsessed with wrestling since that. So I didn't start watching SmackDown until this year, 2006.
Interesting.
Yeah.
She might not be, but even then, way further ahead than what she was the last time we saw her in the ring. I mean, do you remember Survivor Series? Woo, man. Okay, no. She has come a ways from that, and that's what I'd like to say about growing and being unbiased is like we always recognize stuff like that. I always try to call it for what I see it and not criticize too harshly. I'm really excited at the prospect of Jade Cargill actually being what her potential has shown that she could be. How I would have finished Ospreay beating Styles is I have this move idea. I'm going to pitch it right now. I got this move idea. He combines the phenomenal forearm with the hidden blade, and it's called Phenomenal Blade. That would be sick. Like off the top rope, springboard, just over. Ospreay, you're listening? Take it. You don't have to give me any money. Just do it. We hadn't really seen her since coming here have a match this deep and this hard and heavy, and she more than held her own. It was. Yeah. There's some people you question. We look at Brock Lesnar matches. I hate to bring him up, but I compare her to Brock Lesnar, and it just makes sense for who she is. We see Brock Lesnar matches go past 10, 15 minutes. They're not that good anymore. He's already done the same 5 moves. That's why I don't want to compare her to him anymore because that's not her.
But you know what?
What?
It's best for business that Roman wins this.
It's not best for my business. It's not best for my business, brother.
Snap suplex.
Yeah.
There's no need for that.
AJ Styles on SmackDown, the house that he built in 16-17, man, if you don't appreciate it, I don't respect you because it's something that needs to be appreciated.
That's fair.
I have a whole DVD of AJ Styles SmackDown matches. He did that well there. They made a whole DVD out of it.
I mean, yeah, that's Testament enough.
Claudio.
Jinx. We said
All
that.
right, you owe me a Coke, bro.
French toast sticks.
Bray Wyatt.
Yeah, you're right. You make a great point. There we go.
And that's how you do it. Yep. Put the title on her, champ. Put the title on her.
That's champ right there. Here's a professional photograph of me with Sting while we're waiting. I just want to show this off to the people. It's like a small studio portrait.
Thank you.
Just a random item to have. It's like, yeah, here's a professional studio portrait with Sting. So, to catch up faster, a lot of times, what I'll do is I watch wrestling in 2x speed. I double the speed and speed things up. And it doesn't affect retaining the information any. And what's funny is I slow it down for Cody Rhodes promo because Cody Rhodes has been hot and nothing but white hot magic on the mic during this build-up. We'll get to that later. But watching things in 2x speed off and on, I watched Nathan Frazier versus Ray Fenix in 2x speed, and that was one of the craziest things I've ever witnessed. It was fast. I think Michael Cole even referenced that, or yeah, it was probably Michael Cole. If not, give Michael Cole the credit. He's old.
They're doing 5 times during the pre-show where I'm going to want to throw up or fall asleep.
What?
Yeah.
Oh.
I hope you don't throw up during the pre-show.
It's gonna be the most celebrity-ridden. Oh, I'm gonna die.
Random note here. I loved Charlotte's robe and gear. It reminded me of cotton candy.
What?
I've been on this thing lately. I've just been picking all my favorite people and beating up on Val Venus in the middle of Times Square.
Ruthless
It's my favorite place to go in that game.
aggression.
I'll take the positives out of it because I didn't want to see him get unmasked. And Bandito unmasked, where would he go from there? Just as a regular Dito?
He's just a Dito.
It's me and
I love seeing a Hispanic family support each other. It hits me right in my corazon, and I felt that.
Drink it in, man.
I love seeing TNT title matches, and that's just me segueing to the next match.
Oh,
Floating bro.
that bro floated. He broed. Ah, you wished and pray and hope, but you're wrong.
Yeah,
you
Matthew
failure.
Riddell.
Matthew Riddle. The bro Derek.
Yep. And it's over.
You Derek. You broed.
I get it.
Won.
I understand. I don't like it, but I got it.
It was a very expected thing for them to put the belt on Matt Riddle. I just didn't want it to be here in this crowd. Like, I get it. It was going to happen, but I was like, in Dallas, please just let Kojima retain one time and then go put the belt on him at like Super Fight 6 or some shit. But no, they said here, we're going to do it because everybody's broing out. And they did. They broed out. They showed up for him. It was over. I get it.
That was like the one guy everyone liked.
Yeah, literally.
Again, it was a crowd.
Yeah.
You can tell, the guy with the siren especially, and but they loved him some bro.
They broed out. There's a picture of Matt Riddle broing out. And then here's a video of him celebrating. He's celebrating.
See, I just wanted them to bro versus bread. That's what they should have.
Yeah, no, people were trying to get that in. And there was like things on social media that say that from MLW, but they didn't advertise it as it. It wasn't a direct advertisement. There's Matt Riddle broing out some more. Oh, there he is again. He's broing. And then there's him with Akira. So what Dylan was talking about that we didn't get, I didn't think I did because I was kind of enjoying it. Matt Riddle was celebrating. I was booing relentlessly at him. And he caught me booing. He looked at me and he blew me a kiss. And honestly, I like that. I like that energy.
Yeah.
It's like not taking it too seriously. It's like, all right, it ain't that serious.
Chelsea Green.
I was hoping somebody would try it. But I feel like Mysterio wasn't going to lose at Mania. It's for Mysterio. Sorry, guys. But for whatever reason, they said we're gonna put Phoenix in as a replacement. We got to have a replacement. Dragon Lee doesn't live up to the standards he's supposed to. Hey, I'm not saying that. They said that. I'm paraphrasing them. But
I don't agree with it, especially if you're gonna show your new like awesome talent you got in off. Hey, by the way, you lost a grande coffee. Coffee.
I lost count. How many times Moxley was biting that head right here, like right by his eyebrow, forehead area. I was like, golly, Mox, chill the hell out, bro. This man is hungry. Someone needs to feed this man. This man is obviously hungry.
Has anybody ever thought that he might be a vampire?
Shoot, I never once thought of it, but I thought it was going to be Mox bleeding first. I didn't think it was going to be Swerve bleeding first.
Ha! Got you. But give me Kenny Omega. 26. Give me Kenny Omega.
Bobby Lashley.
I'm going to hurt some people if I don't get Kenny Omega. Last final spin. I'm spinning all the way around, and I'm praying to the wrestling gods.
And they answered you with Roman Reigns.
What a troll.
At least you got Roman Reigns.
He said, what a troll.
They're like, we'll give you the greatest. You wanted the GOAT, right?
You wanted, right? You said that.
Yeah, exactly what you.
Oh, off. Excuse my language. Off. Something about Io Sky flying around in a blimp just feels so wholesome.
Yes. I was like, can we just watch this for a couple more minutes?
Yeah. It's like, make that like one of those screensavers with some, nice, chill Dreamwave music. Just, this is nice, wholesome. So, and my initial thought when that ladder got pulled out and put by that desk, I said, okay, when does Darby come out then? When's Darby coming? If you're setting the ladder up for him.
Darby's up in Mount Everest, about to start that climb right now, actually this month.
That's what I thought, but I see a ladder and steps and danger. That's Darby's.
That is Darby's signature. It's his calling card.
If a Darby's going to come out, he's going to literally parachute off of Mount Everest into the arena, onto the ladder, push Moxley off.
That would be pretty sick.
And then he'll find a way to go through glass in the process. I just know it. Now, all right, let's close this Saturday out, and we'll jump to Sunday from this point.
Give me a hell yeah.
Okay, let's see how it goes.
It's going to go great.
It will. I said I'm not going to keep this on for very long because it's kind of restricting to talking, but I said I would wear the Ciampa beard in honor of Ciampa having to shave his beard. Here it is. I got it on. This year, I've just like come to accept the fact that nobody will ever truly understand what we go through on WrestleMania weekend and why it's called Stresslemania. It's like, and this is how I explain it to my friends who work in retail. It's like Black Friday to us. WrestleMania Sunday is like Black Friday. It's just nonstop chaos. Go, go, go.
How we doing, champ? Checking back in with you. Just here, checking in with you. What's going on?
I'm doing fantastic. I'm like AJ Styles phenomenal right now.
All right.
Give me a hell yeah.
I think having a Rhea Bianca singles match for a title, or maybe not for a title, just a big show was something a lot of people were hoping for. And
hey, what does he have to do with this? No matter who wins it, I'm all right with the direction. So it's like it's a win-win-win. It's a win-win-win-win because it's a fatal four-way.
Yeah.
Dude, tweet time. We got Green Power Ranger Penta. We got Green Power Ranger Penta.
See, I didn't even catch that till somebody pointed it out on Twitter and stuff. I was like, yo, I like the concept. I was like, Penta's always dope. Penta's Penta.
Yeah. My favorite Penta, of course, is Demon Penta, Red Penta, but my favorite Power Ranger is Green Power Ranger. So this is what we're doing.
Yeah.
Finn Balor also comes out with a mask of sorts, and I was like, oh shit, is Braun Breaker going to come out with a mask too? He did not.
I don't know. Finn Balor's just been... I compare him to... This is a terrible comparison. Kanye West.
Oh no, that's awful.
No. He got a point. Let him cook, because Finn Balor be coming out with like some weird ass masks and stuff. It's like, bro, what is he cooking? What's he doing?
Yeah,
and he came out with the yellow gloves. Like, bro, what you gonna do? You gonna scrub clean whooping ass and scrub clean. What you
He
doing?
came out with Dexter's mom's gloves from
Mom's
Dexter's
gloves,
Laboratory.
the kitchen gloves. No, what? No, you know what's funny? You know what's funny about that? Dom's entrance, he was struggling to take off the mask.
Yeah. Couldn't get it off. On the Finn Balor thing, I get the reference as far as fashion, and maybe he's a Yeezus fan. I don't know, but
I don't
it's not for the
know.
reasons you might think.
It's questionable.
Yeah. Hell in a Cell. And yeah, it was going to be John Moxley versus Roman Reigns somewhere on the card, and we're going to play into that. But I said, no way. This is the main event of WrestleMania.
Give me a hell yeah.
Bloody as hell. I couldn't imagine it being any other way. And it's so hard. Stone Cold at WrestleMania, but John Moxley, my guy.
Who you got? Who's going over? The fans
Come on
wanna
now.
know.
No.
Come on.
Hey,
I need to break someone's hand.
if anybody's getting the WrestleMania moment on my show in this finals, it's John Moxley beating Stone Cold Steve Austin in Hell in a Cell.
John Moxley.
That's my WrestleMania card. Am I cooking is the question. I feel like I have a self-validated answer, though.
Yeah.
On this next one, we had specific predictions for this match. I was on a rant about it because I was like, yeah, I know everything that's going on. You guys can't tell me different. We predict, Lyra took out Bailey to sub in Becky, not Becca.
Becca.
See how we did.
You just made the list.
Botch.
I mean, but hey, Lyra, Becky, they could make a Becca team. There's something there. First off, let's get into my thing here before we get into whether we're right or not. Lyra looked like an angel, an absolute angel. Literally, I sent out a tweet. Lyra is literally an angel.
Yeah.
It's like with the bird with the wings, like
Everything she does is perfection.
Drink it in, man.
Okay, now hear me out. Just hear me out one time. Bailey W.
Ding dong. Hello.
Bailey
That's
W.
fair.
Let's run it.
Hold up now. Hold up
saying.
now. Hold up now.
What we missed here was, first of all, question. Who has listened to the 2005 John Cena album, or am I the only one?
Dude, we talk about it in my car. Like
Yes.
when we're we're leaving out of the MLW show. Dude, I'll bump that album like most of every day. Like that clearly bumps in the whip.
That album is what made me pursue music as a child. So here's my missed opportunity thing. They definitely last WrestleMania for John Cena missed an opportunity to use the song "All Ended Tomorrow" as a video package.
I love that track so much. Track number 17. That's my favorite song on that damn album.
They should have pre-packaged that song. This is all ending.
They use it, but here's the thing: they use that song during the John Cena versus Triple H WrestleMania feud back in 2006.
I remember.
Yeah.
Literally, the team logo is after that WrestleMania.
Yeah, of course. Yes. I know every word of that song.
I'm going to argue he should have came out to no music.
Oh, wow.
Oh, God. In fact, he said, Cena really said, y'all, we really ain't going to get nothing.
Well, this is what he said. This is what blows my mind about this whole thing is John Cena called all these kids dumbasses for believing in him still when they don't mean shit to him. And he was right because dumbasses, they kept on believing in him.
Yeah, they still kept on believing after the whole thing, after what he said. Y'all still doing it.
Yeah. I was so shocked.
What we were just touching on that we're about to get more into is the last WrestleMania entrance of John Cena. It wasn't as grand as I expected, but I guess because part of the character now isn't that it doesn't need to be grand. He's just John Cena. That's what the big black screen just says John Cena.
Yeah. It's just his name. His name just on the Titantron and stuff. Yeah. And just the music. It's just no new music, no special Titantron. It's just him coming out.
Yeah, again, you should have just came out to no music.
It should have came out of no music. You should have done that.
But
It's
still do
like,
the
dog.
whole entrance. Do the
Yeah,
whole
you get
entrance with no music.
like you get nothing. It's just like with Choppa. Like with Choppa used to come out with no music in
Yeah.
NXT.
Yeah.
But that was a cold Champa at that time. Champa. I hate when I say Champa and it's Champa. And it's
Choppa. He has no beard.
Dude, yeah, you missed
Yes,
that part. You missed
he
that
fell on.
part.
Yeah, he fell on before that ended up like him had to shave the whole beard off.
See, it's a thing we were doing. You missed this part, but to start the show off, or at least this half, I put the Champa beard on in memory of his beard.
Oh yeah.
With Gunther over there as like almost like one of those ticket ushers, like from the olden days of cinema.
Yes, and I love that you're so tired that you called Luther Gunther.
Oh, Luther. Yes.
Now that's a matchup. That's a matchup we need. We need Luther versus Gunther at All In. Cody Rhodes' entrance, however, was grand as hell. It had dirt bikes and superhero masks and all kinds of shit in it.
And coming out like Iron Man.
Yeah.
I loved it. I'm not gonna lie. I want
He
one.
played motocross and Iron Man. That's like the most weirdest
Yeah.
mixture.
It was fun.
Where's the synergy here? I didn't even get the importance or the relevance.
Yeah, I was like, is it Ghost Rider themed? Is it Evil Knievel? I felt like maybe there was an Evil Knievel thing going on there.
Something like an evil. Yeah, it was like either Evil Knievel, Ghost Rider, or something.
Yeah, that's what I was saying, but not a Ghost Rider enough.
Yeah, no, I don't see enough flames.
Then Travis Scott comes out looking like CJ from GTA San Andreas. I sent a tweet out as well. Look just like him, bro. This is CJ
Oh my
right there.
God, Jesus!
There's Travis. Cena asked Travis to hit Cody, but Cody counters to a crossroads, covers, and CJ yanks out the referee. Then Cody Rhodes challenges CJ to come fight him mano a mano. This culminates to a crossroads.
That's just like, come on, Travis, what are you doing?
CJ, bro. That's CJ.
He is the OTC.
And this is the WITM. This was fun. This was long. This was fun.
Yeah.
The gauntlet we run.
We're officially in season 4 now, and that's an awesome thing. And with this being the 100th episode, I want to do something that I've never done before, and Dylan is actually going to take us out. He's going to say the closing statements of the show.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Go for it. Let him cook.
Let him cook.
Let him cook.
So, thank you, everyone who has watched, who has listened, who has been a part, whether you're a sponsor, whether we've been in an interview with you, whether you've been on the show. 100 episodes is crazy. We're in season 4 now. Excited to get the road to WrestleMania and to WrestleMania. And I think this win with that's fair.
I'm taking a sigh of relief before we end this. WrestleMania's come and gone. We made it through Road to WrestleMania season 4. Blow some more confetti up. I feel fantastic.
Yeah, we definitely
Now to just get this
freaking made it.
out.
Oh God.
We just go out with the video of Io Sky and the blimp.
Yes. Oh, yes. We still have to do the finale before then, but yes. Absolutely. I don't know, we never know what we're going to do a year from now, but one thing I would love and I think would be cool, bucket list, I've never been to WrestleMania in my whole life, and I've been watching wrestling for my whole life. And so with it being in New Orleans next year, me, Jeff, we talked about, hey, maybe we should bring Wrestling in the Middle to New Orleans next year for the Road to WrestleMania season.